2.1, we get to develop formulas for areas of rectangles. Let's start with this for a moment. This word right here, formulas, okay? This is like equations. It's like a rule, basically, okay? Previously, we've done a formula for perimeter. And I want to get this really clear because perimeter is different than area, and fourth graders always seem to get the two mixed up. I even saw this on your pre-test for the most part. Perimeter, the formula for it is length plus width plus width. Are we okay with these terms, length and width? Show me if you understand these. I don't have everybody with me showing me what I need. I want to make sure that we're okay. So we're okay with length plus width. Perimeter, right, is when there's a length and a length and a width and a width. And when we see a rectangle, we know that the lengths and the widths are the same, right? So length plus width, and it can even be changed. So it could be width and width, length and length. That's no big difference there, okay? This is the formula. And there were some other formulas that we saw, like 2 times L plus 2 times W was a formula, and it equals the same, equals perimeter, it equals perimeter. And we also saw 2 times L plus W equals perimeter. There were 3 formulas that we worked out with this, okay? Turn and talk to your blue partner. Why would we have perimeter? Why would we use formulas? What would a formula be good for?
A formula
What's a formula good for? Why am I blanking this? 14. What's a formula good for?
It's good for like adding the length.
Okay, so yes, it is. That particular formula is good for adding to get to perimeter, right?
Yeah.
But what is just a formula? Did somebody have something what a formula is good for? Yes.
Like creating the answer in the way it should be used for.
Creating, good, okay. Creating an answer. Okay. What's your thought? Showing your work is a big part of what we're doing here. And when you show your work, I just want to add to this. When you show your work, you're more easily able to explain your thinking, which I know is a big barrier for us to break through, right? What's your thought? You're absolutely right. It simplifies our ideas. And I'll give you one more thought about it. It just is a rule. It's a rule. The beautiful thing about math is there's so many rules. Like you can count on these ideas. Okay, and when you know the formulas, you can count on them happening. Okay, it's just the same thing as when we said you always carry the 1 to the tens place. That's a rule. Okay, and if you do it, you can count that you're going to get the right answer. Okay, so when we're developing formulas for areas of rectangles, areas is where it gets a little messy here, okay? But I want to be sure. We're okay with length and width, right? Okay. Here's the formula for area. L times W equals A. Length times width equals area. Okay. You did this yesterday with the square numbers. Okay. When we looked at square numbers, okay, we didn't look at it as length times width. We looked at it as in arrays, but there is a length and a width. This length is 3. This length is 3, right? Or width is 3. So what we had was 3 times 3 equals 9. We were looking at this array, in which we will look like an area. It'll be the same formula, length times width equals area. When you're looking at a rectangle, you've looked at it this way too. Okay, let's say the width is, and you can't just make these numbers up, by the way. I saw some people making these numbers up. Let's say the width is 5 and the length is 2. Okay, I know how you looked at it in the past. You like to draw these lines. Okay, here's the deal when you do that. I know several of you have done this. You can't just make any amount of lines. What you're making is 5 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Because this would be, let's say they're centimeters. This would be 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters. Thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down. How do you feel about that? Okay. So the same thing with this. How many boxes do I need to create here to show the length? Yes. 2. So I'm just going to draw it in half, right? I know they're not perfect boxes. My drawings aren't always perfect. So what's the formula? Let's see, and we're going to say 2 centimeters as well. It's always nice, it's always necessary to label these units. You can't just say 2 and 5. You got to say whether it's centimeters, inches, yards, miles, feet, nautical miles, whatever the case that you're working in, right? But if you want to look at it kind of the same way we did yesterday, you could look at this as like an array. Okay. So we're either counting the boxes or we're counting the dots in this case. How many boxes do I have? 10, right? So I can count them. This takes a long time. But I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just to verify and check my work, which is great. But now you're 4th graders and you're starting to build these formulas. This is what makes it easier for you. It simplifies, just as we heard earlier, right? So instead of counting all the boxes, I have a formula for you. Okay, 5 centimeters, 2 centimeters. You can say 5 times 2 equals. Great. Isn't that nice how when we can check our work, we have our formula, length times width equals area, right? But then we also have that visual knowledge that we talked about earlier to build 10 boxes in our mind as well. Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down. How are you feeling about this formula, length times width equals area, and using it today? Okay. What tools do you have to help you with these multiplication problems? Those of you who don't have those multiplication facts so quickly in your head. Yes. 2 great tools. There's the back of your math journal has a multiplication chart. Everybody tell me how you feel about using a multiplication chart. Wonderful, wonderful. And then also it was pointed out that there's a multiplication chart on your name tag as well.